Hello everyone, welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I am Sakshi and we are going to discuss daily current affairs as on 24th September 2020. Before beginning, let me tell you, if you're preparing for defense examination like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army, SSB Crack is best for you. It is one of the leading institution if you're preparing for these examination. For more details, you can visit our website ssbcrackexams.com. There you'll find the entire package of courses, mock tests, quizzes and study materials. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media platforms Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Telegram for defense updates and notification. You can also download our mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So let's start with the question of the day. And in the yesterday's session, I asked you what is OSMART scheme. What is OSMART scheme? So it is basically Ocean Service Modeling, Application, Resource and Technology. So it stands for Ocean Service Modeling, Application, Resource and Technology, and the scheme was approved by the Cabinet Committee on 29th August 2018. It was approved by the Cabinet on 29th August 2018. This is the OSMART scheme. This is for the oceans. You can see the scheme. The aim of the scheme is at stepping up the ocean research and setting up early warning weather system. These two are the major two important aim of this particular scheme. First is to go to the ocean research to promote the oceanic research and also setting up early warning weather systems, as our weather is mostly and largely affected by the oceanic system, oceanic waters. This scheme also addresses ocean development activities, activities such as resource, technology, observation, service, science, and also it provides a necessary scientific and technological background, okay, for the development of the oceans. So how it will be beneficial for India? The mission, it will help India to harness various living and non-living such as water, mineral and energy resources from seabed and deep water. Okay, we can harness these living and non-living resources. Also, scheme generates and regularly updates information on marine living resources and their relationship with the physical in Indian exclusive economic zones. Okay, so this is going to be beneficial in this area as well. So guys, this is about Oceanic Smart Scheme, Ocean Smart Scheme, OSMART scheme. I hope you got this scheme. So now let's start and let's discuss first important news that we have today. And we have first thing we are going to discuss about Yuva platform. This is Yuva platform. So it comes under Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, and it was launched by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports plus UNICEF, which is United Nations Children Funds. Both have signed a statement of intent and they have established Yuva, which is also known as Generation Unlimited. Okay, do remember this. So both of them launched and they've signed the statement of intent and they've established Yuva. So what is Yuva? It is a global multi-stakeholder platforms in India, and let me tell you more about this. So first of all, let's understand what is Yuva by its objective, that what objective it has. So first of all, it is going to support young people by providing entrepreneurship classes. Okay, so under this, entrepreneurship classes will be provided to young people through online or offline mode, both, and these classes will be provided to them from the very successful entrepreneurs and experts. They will be guiding them for better future. Next is upskilling young people on 21st century skills, life skills, digital skills, and supporting them through self-learning. This is the another objective. Apart from it, creating linkages with aspirational economic opportunities to connect young people with jobs and self-employment, and providing career guidance supports to young people through career portals as well as through job readiness and self-exploration sessions. So there will be self-exploration sessions as well, so that they can get better guidance for their future. So these are the objectives of Yuva platform. Okay, it was launched by UNICEF and our Indian ministry, which is named as Union Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs. Okay, you need to remember this. Now let's move ahead with the next important update and next important current affairs that we have. It is about the MedSpark in Kerala. So what is MedSpark? MedSpark means medical device park. Okay, this is medical device park, and government is about to set up medical device park in Kerala. Okay, in this state it will be set up. This is important because it is one of the first medical device park in the country. That is why it is important. The question can be asked to you like in which state the first medical device park of the country was set up. So the name of the state is Kerala. So what is the work of this MedSpark, medical device park? It will be focusing on a high-risk medical device sector, and it will provide full range of services for the medical device industry. Do remember, it is for the medical devices. The services of this MedSpark will be including, and these services will be research and development support, testing and evaluation. So this MedPark established by two important organizations. First is the Technical Research Center for Biomedical Device Program, and this is a part of Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Also the Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute of Medical Sciences and Technology, which is an autonomous institution under Department of Science and Technology. It was established by both of these. Another important fact about this MedPark is it will emphasize on the high risk medical devices sector, and which will deal with the categories of high risk devices, which include medical implants and extracorporeal devices. All of these will be included. So this is about MedSpark in Kerala. Okay, remember the state. It is one of the first MedSpark, medical device park in India. Next update we have is about the Jammu and Kashmir Official Language Bill 2020. Although we have discussed about this bill in a brief earlier when we were discussing that what all other bill that are going to be passed in the parliament in this session, this monsoon session. We have discussed about this bill, but now the bill is passed by Lok Sabha also, and the bill is finally passed. And so let's discuss more about this bill. So Lok Sabha has passed Jammu and Kashmir Official Language Bill. The bill seeks to include Kashmiri, Dogri and Hindi as a official language. Now these three languages also are included in the list of official languages. Before this there were only two official languages. One was Urdu and another was English. Now Kashmiri, Dogri and Hindi are also included under official language of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Let me tell you some of the highlights of the language in the Union Territory. So 74% of the people in the Jammu and Kashmir, they speak Kashmiri and Dogri language, and as per 2011 census, only 0.16% population of Jammu and Kashmir they speak Urdu, while 2.3% they speak Hindi. Okay, so this is the data. Now let me tell you some history. So before the reorganization in the 2019 of Jammu and Kashmir, only English and Urdu, these were the only two languages which were the official language of the former state. Also in the year 1889, Dogra ruler Pratap Singh, he adopted Urdu as the official language of the princely kingdom of Jammu and Kashmir. Before this, the region used the language which was Persian. Okay, and then Dogra ruler Pratap Singh, he adopted the official language of the princely kingdom of Jammu and Kashmir as Urdu. Now Kashmiri, Dogri and Hindi, these three are also included. So let's take a look at the Dogri language. So Dogri, it is a Northern Indo-Aryan language. It is a Northern Indo-Aryan language spoken by about 5 million people in India, and these people majorly reside in the region of Jammu and Kashmir. It is one of the 22 official language in India. Also, it was added to the 8th schedule, which majorly deals with the official languages. Dogri along with Bodo, Maithili and Santhali. All 4 languages, they were added to the scheduled languages under the 8th schedule of the constitution by which amendment? By 92nd Amendment Act 2003. Now, since this was added in the official language in the Jammu and Kashmir and it is in the news, please do remember these key points, as in your defense examination, such questions are always there. Now, moving ahead, next important article we have is about the Kritigya Hackathon. It is Kritigya Hackathon. It was launched by Indian Council of Agriculture Research, ICAR, and it is under National Agricultural Higher Education Project. It is under National Agricultural Higher Education Project. So the project, it will promote farm mechanization. So this project is about the farm mechanization. Okay, you need to remember this. This is Kritigya and it is about the farm mechanization. Students and faculty and innovators from technical institutions across the country and various universities, they can apply and they can participate in the event in the form of group, and this is the event hackathon. Okay, the main objective of this program is to support ICAR and participating agricultural universities. So originally this project was launched in the year 2019 at 1100 crores and it was funded by World Bank. Government of India and World Bank, they share the funds in the ratio of 50-50 under this project. Okay, so this is the Kritigya Hackathon. Now I'll be telling you the current COVID-19 situation in India as per 23rd September. Total cases of India have reached to 56,46,010. Recovered cases are 45,87,613, which is 81.3%. Active cases are now 9,68,377 and deaths have reached to 90,020. So this is the data for the current COVID-19 situation in India. In this image, you can see the 14 states, they have higher test per million and lower positivity rate than the India's average. And you can see these states here. Now it is time to revise this session. Try to answer these questions. So the first question in front of you is Yuvaha platform launched by A. World Bank, B. UNICEF, C. Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, and D. B and C both. So the correct answer is both UNICEF and Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports both. Next question is, which of the following state in India laid the foundation stone of MedSpark? MedSpark, which is one of the first medical device parks in the country. A. Kerala, B. Tamil Nadu, C. Madhya Pradesh, and D. Karnataka. So the correct answer is Kerala. It is a Kerala which laid the foundation stone for the MedSpark. It is one of the first medical device park in the country. Next question is, Dogri was added to the scheduled languages under which schedule? 7th schedule, 8th schedule, 9th schedule, 10th schedule. So the correct answer is 8th schedule. Okay, under 8th schedule, Dogri was added. So guys, this is time for question of the day. Try to answer this question in the comment section. So the question for you is, what is Samarth scheme? What is Samarth scheme? Try and answer this question in the comment section. We will discuss complete detailed answer in the next session. Till then, stay motivated. Jai Hind.